Namaste, Mera, dosto, Mera, naam, Kari, and welcome back to my channel, KariLeighC. Today I am doing a video on assumptions. I've seen a couple other YouTubers do them. Basically, what you do is on Instagram, you post a request that your followers submit their assumptions about you. So I got quite a few back. I'm just gonna pick from the ones that made the most sense to answer. And whenever I do one, I'll go ahead and pop up whoever submitted it on the screen. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one that we're going to start with is this person says, I think you are a kind person. Thank you. I would like to think that I am. I think actually my kindness sometimes gets me in trouble because I'm too nice to people and I like to see the best in people, and that's not always the best trait because that ends up like I get taken advantage of. Let's see, the next one is you like spicy food. I do, and it's funny because one of you actually commented the other day, how do you handle the spicy food? And I responded and said, I said I like it. I never said I could handle it well. All right. This was one of my favorite ones. It says, you and DJ are madly in love. So it's actually like a two-part thing. And yes, we definitely are. You assumed right. The second part of their post was, initially you weren't sure about making videos, but you're glad you started. This is definitely true. I'd wanted to start a YouTube channel for a really long time, and I could never figure out what it was that I wanted to do, and I was nervous about putting myself out there because I am such a sensitive person. So it is still pretty hard for me to get over some of the nasty comments. But as you guys follow along, and you've probably seen, we're working on it. The next one, it's just a one-word assumption, genuine. I'm assuming that you're saying you think I'm a genuine person, and I guess that kind of goes back to the kind thing. I like to think that I am. I try to be, but you know, you live and you learn. This follower said, I'm assuming you know how to cook Indian food. Yes and no. I know the recipes that I've learned, and I feel like it's pretty easy to just throw a bunch of masala in something and call it Indian food at this point, but there's a lot that I don't know, and there are a lot of other people out there whose videos probably do it better, but we like to, you know, throw our own little twist in it, what we make in our home. So yes, I do know how to cook Indian food, but not even close to all of it. Here's another one, says you're very tall, and actually somebody else, let me find it, said that they think that I am 5'7". That is the height I would like to be, 5'7". I'm 5'9", and by female standards, that's pretty tall. The only thing that I really don't like about it is that when I put on high heels, then I'm already so tall, I feel like a giant. 5'7" would have made me a lot happier, but you get what you get. This one was pretty funny. So I've had a couple people say that, or ask me, I guess, if I've tried Pakala. Am I saying that right? Pakala? Say it. Pakala. Asked me if I've tried Pakala. So, excuse my American accent there. So this friend of ours said, let's go with this. You will eat Pakala with a spoon. I think when I've made it one time, I've only had it the one time, so who knows? DJ said it was okay. I'll take his word for it. I made it a pretty plain version because I'd never done it before, and I don't even think I let it sit the amount of time you're supposed to. It was all right. I think it'd probably be better when I try it in India or from somebody who's made it before. and knows how to make it authentically. I think I ate it with my hands, but I don't remember. It's a possibility that I ate it with a spoon, though. All right, I've got another one that says, loves Indian food and probably yoga as well. How basic of me to like yoga. Yes, I do like yoga. I used to take hot yoga classes, but it's been quite some time now since I've been to one of those, and probably not the best thing to do during a pandemic anyway. So from time to time I do it at home, and it really helps as far as like stretching for when DJ and I go to the gym. I wish I was doing it more, and maybe because you said something, I will start doing it more. The other part of the question, or assumption, I guess, loves Indian food. I do love Indian food. I had tried Indian food several times before meeting DJ, so don't think that it just started there. I'd actually made egg curry at home and mulligatawny. Let me know if I'm saying that right. But I did have a love for Indian food before I met DJ. Now I love it even more, and because, you know, we live together, I cook it a lot more often, and my love for it has grown over time. If I could eat Indian food every day, I think I would, but I don't think DJ wants to eat it every day. He grew up eating Indian food every day. Next one. Uh-oh, lost it. You are an introvert. That's why in several of the videos that we've posted so far, I've said something about, I don't know how we got here doing YouTube videos or why it was something I was so interested in. I love it, but it's pretty out of character for me to put myself out there like this. So yes, I am a huge introvert. Another one, this one I thought was really cute. You will be a good Odia bohu, which I believe means daughter-in-law? Yes? So I thought that was a really sweet assumption. Thank you. I hope I will. Oh, it looks like we had several you love Indian food assumptions. Somebody said you have visited India at least once, I guess. This is an assumption that I think many of you have but didn't actually comment about. I have not been to India yet. I think I've said this a few times, but I know not everyone sees every post, though I wish you did. And I have not been yet. I've always wanted to go, and we were planning on trying to go before the wedding at the end of this year, but since there's the pandemic and all, we really didn't want to risk traveling twice, so we're saving my first international trip and my first trip to India for this December for our wedding in Odisha. So really excited about that. I wish I'd already been there. You know, we've talked about going a lot, and we're just sitting at home during the pandemic watching all these videos about traveling through India in anticipation, I guess. But you assumed wrong. I have not been yet. This one I like. I don't know how you knew, but you hate jewelry but love to wear makeup. I've never been a big fan of jewelry. I feel it makes me feel uncomfortable. I like some earrings, but I usually wear really small ones, if you can tell. My engagement ring. And that's pretty much it. I wear these two things every day. I have a Ganesha necklace that I really like, but it's not a nice quality one, so it's kind of turning, the gold is. If I get a replacement for that, I'd probably wear that more often, but other than that, yeah, I'm not a very big jewelry person. And I actually used to wear a lot more makeup before the pandemic. I don't know how I got into makeup so hard when I was younger, but I've always worn a full face of makeup since probably like, I don't know, let's say 8th grade in middle school. So I do love to wear makeup, but because of the pandemic and staying home, I didn't have a reason to do it that much anymore. So I had stopped putting Well, I guess I didn't stop putting makeup on. I started putting lighter makeup on, and then over time it got lighter, and then like non-existent at one point. And now I've become really comfortable not wearing makeup. But before, that never would have happened. I didn't leave the house without like a whole full face. And now, I mean, I have makeup on today, but it's pretty light in comparison to what it used to be, which I really like at this point. All right, next one. This one was funny, and thank you to whoever this was that submitted it. Actually, you're the one who said the jewelry and makeup thing too. You are a Victoria's Secret model. You're just being nice now, because it's obvious that I'm not, but I really appreciate it, and I wish I was. Another one, I think you love cooking and you love the winter season. I do. I absolutely love cooking. Funny thing is, my mom always tried to get me to learn how to cook when I was younger. She would bug me so much to come into the kitchen with her so she could teach me recipes so I would be able to fend for myself one day. And I absolutely refused every time. I would never do it. It drove her crazy. And so I had to teach myself how to cook because I always refused to learn from her. I don't know why. My mom's a great cook, and I definitely should have taken her up on the lessons, but I didn't. So over time, through all of my trial and error, because there's been a lot, I do love to cook now. And I feel like cooking goes hand in hand with the winter season. You know, it's cold out and you want something warm, and it makes you want to cook comfort food. So great assumption. I liked this one. All right. Somebody, I feel like you know us without knowing us, said, you met DJ in a bar given both of your professions. How did you know? So if you didn't know already, I've been in the restaurant industry for about 16 years now, and most recently as a general manager of a cocktail lounge. So it makes sense that you would say, given our professions, that's how we met. And DJ's in consulting, and you know, they do a lot of mingling and everything. And it was actually after work, but before I spill too much, we're gonna save that for another video. So yes, we met in a bar. You'll have to wait to see how that plays out though in a future video, and I promise it's coming soon. We've had a lot of requests for that. We just haven't gotten around to making that video. So next one. Somebody said you don't want kids. I don't mean any offense by this, just an assumption. Not offended. Actually, for a really long time, I didn't want kids. All through like my young adult years, I didn't want kids. And even up until right before I had met DJ, I really didn't want kids. It was not something I saw myself doing. But the funny thing was, my mom always said with my friends' children that I was really good with them, and she saw me one day having my own kids, and I swore it off. But I think that I've changed my mind. I think one day, not right now, let's, actually get married first and have the wedding and spend some time together, and then, we'll hit that when we get there. So I do want kids, just not yet. Same follower of ours said, you speak 3 languages. I can count to 10 in 5 languages. I'm not going to do it now and bore you, but that's about as far as that goes. I took French and German in high school, and that got me nowhere. I couldn't even give you probably a full sentence off the top of my head right now. And those aren't even in the realm of languages that I'm trying to learn right now. As some of you probably know, I'm working on my Hindi and trying to pick up some Odia along the way, because that is what DJ and his family both speak. So I don't speak 3 languages, though I would love to. When I was little, actually, I always told my parents I wanted to become an interpreter. So I always loved learning languages. For some reason, I just never stuck with any of it and got far enough to do that for a job. So I would like that. I'm going to work on the Hindi first. So we'll see how far I get with that. And one more from, actually 2 more from the same follower. You've been dating DJ for 3+ years. We've been dating about half that time. Though it feels like forever. He's shaking his head yes, and I think that that's a good thing, but maybe he feels like it's been forever. And the other one from the same user is, you do YouTube for work / you're an influencer. #goals. That is the goal. Just want to live a different kind of life. We would love to be able to travel and spend our time with family and friends, enjoying ourselves versus being at a desk every day. Not that that's a bad thing, not that that's, not the way to go. A lot of people are happy with that, but we would love to be able to pick up and go whenever we wanted. And so, yeah, YouTube for work eventually, but, probably not in the immediate future. Right now I'm in school and I work, so, we're hoping, share this page with all of your friends and we'll get there someday. Another one, you are very headstrong and don't freak out easily. I have like 2 answers to both parts of this. When I feel like it, I can be very headstrong and stubborn. I'm sure DJ feels that. But also, I don't feel like I come off that way. Most of the time, I'm pretty go with the flow unless I'm already upset about something. And don't freak out easily. I feel like being in the service industry, that's kind of shaped me to be calm in like upsetting situations. But if it has like to do with me personally and my personal life and relationships, I don't know, I'm pretty sensitive. So it's like 2 sides of the same coin for both of those. Next one is you're cool. I just wanted to say it, so thank you. You're funny. I'll take that one too. I like to think I can be funny, but I'm kind of like dry sense of humor funny, I think. You are very rich. This is one of those assumptions I wish was true. No, we are not by any means very rich. I know our apartment looks very nice, but we just got very lucky with that, and we are by no means rich. You love DJ a lot. I do. He's pretty great. You're a very calm person. Again, back to that last question about, what did you say? Don't freak out easily. It really just depends on the situation. I'd like to say generally overall I'm pretty calm, but, catch me on the wrong day. You work in a software company. I do not. I never have. I think the closest thing that I ever did job-wise to working in a software company would have to be when I worked at the supervisor of elections in Florida. And basically what that was registering people to vote. And I worked with software all day, but not at a software company. This one kind of cracked me up. And it's always when people say, I'm going to say something not nice and then say no offense, like it shouldn't offend you. You married an Indian guy for popularity. No offense, just an assumption. Why would anybody, let's not even get into that. People do weird things. No, I did not. I'm not marrying DJ for popularity. I can't. Moving on. I think we'll end this video with this one. You are a beautiful human with a great heart. I'm just going to take this one and say thank you. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Would you like to do another assumptions video? Drop a comment below, let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.